Hello everyone, and welcome to my reaction to Kaiju number 8, episode 11. I think this is the second to last one. No! Episode 11 is called 11. Kaiju number 8 captured. So, I don't know. Could it be good? Could it be bad? Do we have hope? Of course we have hope. Of course we have hope. Cherry said it was a 9 out of 10 episode with some 11 out of 10 moments. So let's find out what happens. In the live chat, we have Mike, Sotos, Modrus, Rodriguez, Tiago, Dark Shadow. Vert is here. Cherry is here. I'm not sure who else is hanging around. So we just spent like 20 minutes rolling in Waifu Wars, which is a super fun game. Just FYI, I claimed Kafka. He is mine for at least like the next maybe almost 2 months or 1.5 months. I'm not sure how this works. I wonder how many bare butts we'll see. Well, for this show, I don't feel it'll be that random. I feel like Kafka is the kind of character that we will just randomly see bare butted. Sorry, My Hero Academia reference. I claim the vice captain. We can watch. Okay, Blonde Endeavor, but how about no? Oh. Yeah, well, maybe now he'll become the weapon she holds by her side. Ooh. 時間です。Anything you say can and will be held against you. Or something like. Man, can I say that he looks hot in a black turtleneck? Hot. Urusai, Vert! But you saved all of them. You saved. No, he's not. They're gonna kidnap him, aren't they? Please kidnap him and keep him away from HQ. Oh. Oh my gosh, she was. What do you mean he's made it look like a heart? Like it was a conscious decision. But he hasn't killed anyone. He saved numerous people. Maybe if he was at your mother's side before she was killed by the kaiju, she wouldn't have been killed by the kaiju. You would have been killed by a kaiju twice now if it wasn't for him. So tell that to your papa. Oh. He bowed. So he wanted to call his dad to ask for like help, but he was already asking someone for help, but we don't know who. You can't tell me that's not blonde Endeavor with extra big boobies. Yeah, I was thinking the same. No. I think you're meant to listen in the situation. No, he's doing this to prove that he's not human. But, I hope there's a but. Hibino Kafka desu! Da! This is making me think of a funny Big Bang Theory scene. Oh. The fuck, dude? He's got nothing. What's he got? Tearing off the arm of someone who's not even fighting seriously. No warning. What's he got? One ball. Because someone with 2 balls don't do this shit. Anyone would get angry in this situation, my dude. I get he's trying to prove some kind of point. Doesn't mean I have a point to prove too. You use violence, I use insults. It's fair game now. Whoa, look at that. Whoa. It's called survival instinct. Any basic human would do this if they had the power to dodge this guy's murderous attacks. The weapon is made. Oh, I can't wait to see the first. No, I hate when people do this. Like, imagine you put someone in a fucking pit for 5 days. You don't feed them, and you keep like intermittently shocking them with little shock things, and then you jump in there and they attack you, and then you're like, oh yeah, I finally showed who you really are. Like, no, you drove them inside. You drove them into a corner. This is not who they really are. This is where you pushed them. I get his point. Like, oh, but anyone could be pushed into this situation. Like, but still, no. He wanted to prove that he's not human. He's gonna lose himself. And he's just protecting the world from that. Ugh. This could have been used for humanity, not against it. She said his name. Kafka, no! I totally understand the point he's trying to make, but I hate it! I hate it! I get it, it's like, it's a dangerous thing, it's a new thing that they don't understand, but for real! Yeah, shut up, Sotos, mister, I've read the manga. The rest of us have to be pissed off with the cliffhanger. Fuck's sake. So once again, I'd like to emphasize that I understand the point he's trying to make. And I understand it's an important point to make. But it's very extreme. And if it's gonna make me angry. And also, I just want him to acknowledge that he's the one that saved everyone, first of all. And secondly, tell him what the fuck you're doing. Don't just go in there guns a-blazing and, try and outright murder him to prove that he's a monster. Because you could still sit down and talk to him about your concerns. Like, listen, my dude, I am scared. I'm aware that you saved my daughter and all these people and that whole place. I acknowledge that. But look at this screenshot I have here of your innards. This is not your heart. This is kaiju heart. So I have this concern that you will lose yourself. Therefore, I will now kick your butt to an inch of your life, and I'm going to make you... I'm going to prove to you that actually you're not as human as you think you are. I just hate that he... if he said that, and Kafka would understand, and Kafka would want... we talked about this during My Hero Academia today. If something happened, some traumatic thing, and my brain snapped, and I turned into someone else who is just reacting based on pure survival instinct trauma, and I'm lashing out at whoever's around me, and I start, smacking kids around, or I don't know, ferociously bite innocent bystanders. Shoot me. I would rather die than hurt innocent people. And Kafka is the same. If that guy just was honest with him or whatever. But see, that's the thing. He might not even care about all this. Maybe he just wants to, maybe he's not even thinking about it. Because he does see him as a monster. And that pisses me off. That's the part that pisses me off. Because even if he is a monster, if you push him far enough, you have to acknowledge his contributions. And then tell him your concerns. You can't just go in like he has nothing human about him. So the thing is, I would prefer if he went about it in a different way, but I guess that would be less dramatic for the show. Their caution is understandable in a realistic sense, but I don't see the HQ and the... Bakever, like Baka and Ever, asking the third division about Kafka. They can have their reservations, fair, but at the very least, talk to the people who spent the last few months with him. Talk to the person who saved your daughter's life. be honest with him. Tell him your concerns. The thing is, every human, even if they're pushed over the edge, deserves to be treated as a human. Even if they need to be, even in their execution, you have to remain human. Don't become the monster that you so fear, you fucking dick. Sorry. But I'm just so pissed off because imagine you're mad at a rapist and then you rape him. Like, no, stop. Don't perpetuate it. He did something terrible. Kill him. Done. End of story. Don't become... Humans deserve, at least at the very basic level of respect. I knew that escalated. But you can't, don't become what you hate. I feel like this guy, he's not treating Kafka like a human. And Kafka put his life on the line for everyone. He saved all of them and there was zero acknowledgement of that and it pisses me off. It pisses me off. And that's why I escalated. I apologize. I bring it back. And let's listen to a nice ending song, okay? We calm down and then we'll talk about it. So if you're watching this, you skip the ending or whatever. My feelings escalated. So now I'm calm. And I will just repeat what Cherry said very logically. He's not even proving anything so far. The baka blonde ever. He can say, well, this proved he will turn against humanity. Even if Kafka can't control the kaiju lashing at the blonde, so far all it proves is that the kaiju is eliminating the danger he senses. And I agree with that from their perspective, that is what they're seeing is just as anyone would do, trying to protect themselves. It's either fight or flight. This is what you're seeing is a basic human instinct. It's fight. Because he has nowhere to flight to. But this part that's happening inside of him, this part, like it still doesn't, we have to see. But yeah, anyone in that situation, if they're not running and they're fighting, they would want to protect their life. And then Tiago brought up a quote from Zoro from One Piece and Punk Hazard. Have you ever met a cornered animal that doesn't bite back? Because I haven't. It was said to Monet, the green-haired, the bird lady, when she thought Zoro wouldn't cut a woman. Le Mayor. Like Zoro wouldn't cut a woman. Equality, bitches. But that was fast. I didn't know it would have taken me a few hours to calm down. No. It's been 6-7 years of doing this now. I have to learn to calm down quickly. During the reaction, I let my feelings kind of go at where they may. But now I've been able to cultivate to some extent. Once the episode ends, I immediately take a step back and try to be more objective or whatever. But it's not easy when that guy was like... The problem is with a strategy like that, if he was wrong, he would have killed Kafka, an innocent person, who is a victim in this situation too. At the end of the day, even if he's dangerous, he was right in the sense that if Kafka wanted to break out, he could have broken out. There was a lot of things that pointed to Kafka being human enough to have a fucking conversation. And I just think that from one human to another one, even if he has lost his human heart, it wasn't by choice. And he would have known that if he took a moment to speak to him. There was no reason to quickly kill him. Several days have passed. If Kafka wanted to break out and kill everyone there, he could have done it. He had not done it. The blonde guy was right there with his fucking metal hands Hulk hands, whatever. He could have had a conversation. That's all I'm saying. Yes, in terms of hype, I guess I understand why the story went a different direction, but then you have to understand my anger at such a violent response. Like, that's the kind of shit that leads to wars. Okay? There's no time to talk. We have to eliminate them quickly. Pa, pa, pa. Like, how many people do that? So, if Blonde ever said, "Ha, I was right," I think Kella would have punched the screen. I might have. I probably woke up Paige if she was sleeping downstairs. And I said rape really loudly, so I'm worried what Lydia and Sheldon is thinking. So, I want to show you the scene that I was thinking of. Sheldon, Hulk hands. This is the scene I thought of.
Please, Sheldon, I'm a location or signed by Stanley.
This is the scene I was thinking of. I can't. It takes me 5 seconds to watch an ad. It would also take me 5 seconds to open the other screen and find this video there. So might as well just...
I've admired these for years. Does that mean we can go with the girls again? Hulk agreed to second date with puny humans. You can't.
So I just imagined him like this. Wait.
Wear the hands on the date.
Hulk sad.
Hulk said.
Sorry. So that's why I was kind of like laughing when they put the hands on like that. It really is. Blondever could literally see this as a chance to get to the correct of Kaiju and to get to the core of Kaiju and ask Kafka important questions. But no, let's beat the living shit out of him. Yes, exactly. There is a knowledge is power in these kinds of situations. So humanity is waging a war against Kaiju right now. So him killing off a vital a vital source of information is actually undermining what he could mean to humanity, and understanding him or getting him to any information from him could lead to it could be a big help. So in all cases, he was wrong. Not just emotionally, like, he was wrong. Once again, if he was concerned about, like, eliminating him quickly, because what if he goes berserk right now and I have to protect everyone around me, that defense does not stand, because several days has passed and he knew if Kafka wanted to break out, he could have. He was sitting there, waiting patiently. But what did he do? He went about it in a completely wrong way. That is just, I will not be able to see it differently. He is a failure as a leader because leaders don't throw away vital sources of information. With a 9 out of 10 ending, visually 10 out of 10 ending, but I am frustrated that someone that's supposed to be this really good leader, like, I don't know, was it for hype purposes or what, but the fact that he didn't even talk to Kafka. Kafka black turtleneck reaction. Yeah. So far, I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I would say overall 8 for story and characters. I don't know how to feel about this captain character yet, because I feel like someone like that, even if he's harsh, he should be smart. But his decision, yes, the director, his decision didn't seem smart at all, based on the circumstances. Once again, if it was a rush decision that he felt like necessary to make quickly in case Kafka blows, like some kind of time bomb, but it was several days later. If Kafka wanted to kill everyone, they could have killed everyone. So why push him into a fight? Why push him into a corner? You're not proving what you actually aim to prove in the first place. And second of all, at least try and get information. At least treat him like a human being, because he still is a victim. But I guess this guy wouldn't know that because he didn't speak to him. He doesn't know what happened or how this happened. But you literally need to at least try and find out, because this could be happening all over the world and you wouldn't know about it because you didn't even bother to ask, what the fuck happened to you? How did you turn? Pisses me off. It's just dumb. So either his character is just completely dumb and he just got there through sheer power and intimidation, but he doesn't seem, his initial setup didn't feel that way. But then suddenly he just threw all logic out the window, and the only reason I can think of was it was to make the ending hype, to make this moment hype, like, whoa, controversial, blah, blah, everyone fighting. But that just doesn't seem like a director kind of move. You need to be smart to be a director. That wasn't smart to me. So at this point, what I'm just trying to get at is that I don't know how to score characters, because I think that's a poorly written character at the moment. That's my first impression. Like, because he's a director. His actions don't make sense to me. I don't know. It felt to me like he should be smarter than that. It's how I felt while watching Dragon Ball and that Tien situation. I was frustrated because Tien, was his name Tien or just Tien? He was supposed to see. He's a smart character. Why didn't he see what was happening? Turns out in the manga, he noticed very quickly. They just stretched it out in the anime. So then I was like, oh, that makes sense, because in the manga, he is a smart character, so he noticed quickly. But in the anime, he didn't notice quickly because they dragged it out, which is just anime stuff. So then it made sense to me. But I just don't get it yet. It might become relevant later. We might find out more stuff later, but until then, I don't know. He could have at least let Kafka finish his sentence. Had he waited 2 minutes, even he would find out that there's probably small kaijus flying into people's mouths, and they need to do something about it. But now he literally is trying to kill their only source of information, a vital lead that could save humanity in the long run. I thought there were some good characters work with the team, like the JSDF guy bowing on the phone call was fun. Yeah, and showing that he's willing to even ask for a personal favor because of something he said earlier, which was he doesn't want to lose anyone. He scolded Kikuru for letting personal feelings get in the way, but in my opinion, he's the one acting on emotions. Well, he's a kaiju just like the other one that killed your mom. Ugh. Yeah, no, 100%. Okay, wait. So characters, I'm going to give an overall 8. 9 for some of the team members. 7 for the other guy, because he's still to be determined. Visuals, 9. They're at the end. They really outdid themselves. Audio, 9. But the end, more like a 10. We're going to war with this one. Yeah, Mike is the honest one here. Me ignoring people who ignore me. Like, when I say ignore me, I mean people who are going to argue because they didn't listen. So they're ignoring my review part where I always address the things that they're arguing about. So it's really tough to me. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's very tough to me to ignore people like that. Watching review is highly advised. That could be the title. I don't even put Kaiju number 8 in the title. I just put watch review. Enjoyment / investment though, I mean 9. I'm very invested in what happens next. Okay. So I'm going to end the stream and the video here. And then I'm going to go see how much I scared Lydia and Sheldon downstairs with my ranting. How much did you hear? But I'll see you guys again in the morning for One Piece. And download the movie. Yes, I'll do that too. Tomorrow's One Piece, Napoleon Dynamite reaction. And then I'm going to watch Hanako-kun tomorrow because Kimetsu only comes out at 1945. So I decided instead of doing Hanaku-kun on Thursday, I moved it to tomorrow so that we can watch together. That would be fun before Kimetsu. Thank you, Sotos. Enjoy your escape room tomorrow. Bye, Modru. Thank you for a fun Saturday. Woo! Thank you, Vert. Thank you, Tiago. Thank you, Cherry. I'm so happy you were able to join us for Kaiju. And I'm so glad you got just as annoyed as me. And that you made your good lawyer points. Can I just read again what Cherry said there? It was such a good point. Like, he wasn't even proving what he... Like, you know how someone says... It's like this. This is the point I feel like Cherry made here. She said, Baka Endeavor can say, well, this proved he will turn against humanity. No. Even if Kafka can't control the kaiju lashing at the blonde, at him, so far, all it proves is that the kaiju is eliminating the danger he senses. He's not actually proving anything else. It's like... Imagine if you fall asleep with your shoes on and then you wake up with a headache and then you're like, every time I fall asleep with my shoes on, I get a headache. So falling asleep with my shoes, that's what gives me a headache. That's a dumb conclusion because you only fall asleep with your shoes on when you're drunk. So you're missing the whole point. That's the point I felt like Cherry was making. Like, he wasn't proving what he thinks he was proving. All he proved is that he is not a good leader and he doesn't understand how important information is in an all-out war against monstrosities we know nothing about. Like, literally, the reasons humans have got as far as we have and haven't been extinct is okay, well, yes, we have thumbs, I guess. But also because of how we use our intellect. Use your intellect, dude. Alcohol did nothing wrong. I still think the shoes is the problem. Okay. Thank you, Rodriguez. Thank you, everyone. If I didn't say thank you to you personally, Mike as well. Oh, you're good to edit, right? If I didn't say thank you to you personally, I appreciate you still. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Yay, One Piece time. Bye.